Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. I took the other camera out again until retrograde is over because something about the speaker and the volume, and I couldn't figure it out. Not yet, anyway. So I disconnected my other microphone so I could see. I know that on yesterday's video that if you turned your volume up at Capricorn, it would work. So it was just a matter of adjusting your volume because mine went down. I did it on my phone and I did it on my computer, so you could turn it up so you could hear it. But I don't know why it adjusted like that. So I'm using my laptop speaker right now. That's it. And so I'm hoping that it sounds good to you guys and clear. But it seemed to happen when I put the other camera back on. And I remember in the past when I was using both cameras, I had to mess around so much because we were hearing echoes and stuff. So just bear with me. I've been getting hit the past week with the retrograde. For some reason, it's been worse than it was the whole entire time. Miss History Ann, hello. Guys, make sure you're checking out Miss History Ann's channel. She has an awesome channel, and she's been on this channel for a long time. So, hello, Angel, Javeria, Cassius, Lori. What is up, Annabelle, Sherry, Bernadette? I love that you love being live with me. That's awesome. I love when you guys are here. It brings in a lot of good energy. Miss Lisa, hello. Romy, you guys hopefully had a great weekend. It was actually a nice weekend. The weather's nice here yesterday and today. So, all right, guys. So we're going to get this show on the road. And I went to go I checked out Hobby Lobby. All the Mahjong games sold. So I'm going to order it. I'm going to find one to order. But I did venture out. I wanted to go pick one up and check them out. Not just order one without knowing what I was getting. Hello, Mitzi. All right, Aries. Let's start this off with who's coming towards you, their energy. What kind of energy are they in? And this is the general part. If you have somebody that's on your mind, past person, I'll do Aries through Pisces to give you a quick message for that, but you can do what you will with that. All right, 6 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So that does indicate some sort of movement this week. When we're looking at the energy of the week. So it kind of does say keep things light and, just see where it takes you, kind of go with the flow with the 6 of Swords. It doesn't mean brush things under the rug or ignore things, but it can also mean getting over a difficult situation and just kind of letting it settle for, the time being. Or maybe there's a lack of communication. Try not to stress too much over it this week. There could be other things, happening, but that energy kind of gives me Mercury going direct. So this week, things should be clearing up when it comes to communication. Your person's energy, 10 of Cups. All right, so we have a good playful energy here. We have a home, family vibe coming from your person, maybe spending time, with their family or just in a vibe where they feel you're part of their family. All right, so this definitely could be somebody that's close to home for you. You have a water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this is somebody that maybe even considering where the relationship could go, if this is a fit, that type of energy. All right, so let's see what's drawn them to you. I see the Ace of Wands. That seems to be the pull here. Somebody feeling inspired. You're getting like this offer, this emotional and passionate offer. It's somebody that's feeling you and seeing, I like this. I like being around them. It feels like a blessing type of energy, this knowing, something's coming together. So regardless, it looks like you're at an early stage here. So things are still lit up. Things are still light. You know, if you're curious and you're here about somebody, it looks like things are still kind of, you know, the spark hasn't died. It definitely hasn't. So it could be even reigniting for some of you. And they're visioning possibly, you know, what it would be like to have a relationship with you in the future. Now, the block, though, what's actually the problem or what's been stopping them? And I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. They don't have the time to give, or they haven't had the time to give. All right. And it may feel like you need more, you know, than they can give. And so you may be feeling unsupported by this person. If that's the block, like if they pull away or they're dealing with, you know, money issues, health issues, insecurities of any sort, or just feeling like they're not enough or not ready for a relationship due to, you know, personal problems, you know, this for you can come across as somebody doesn't respect you. They don't respect your time. They're not wanting to give. They're pulling away. They're doubting the relationship, and it can trigger you. It can become a big trigger for you. Let's see your energy. I'm seeing the Four of Swords. So it does feel like some silence gets you overwhelmed. All right. You may read this energy of them as disinterested. You know, and it also feels like you don't like to be alone or want to be alone. When things get quiet, if you're not having constant validation or constant interaction, you immediately may feel like you're lost, alone, or not supported, or this person is rejecting you. And that could be your block. That could be what's happening. That's the lens you're looking through. And as long as you're looking through that lens, anything this person does, you're going to respond or act as if they're not giving enough or they're not doing enough. Right. So this week, though, too, even though this is the block, the Six of Pentacles, with this energy, I am feeling like you have somebody here that may have more time. It feels like something is clearing up. Something is moving forward. So this silence that you're in, I see it being broken. So let's see any actual movement. I'm going to pull. Okay, I see Queen of Wands. All right. So I do see somebody taking initiative towards you. It's your energy. I do have an Aries, Leo, Sag energy for you too as well. And it feels like somebody's getting ready to respond to you. So you could get, you know, more talk. I see communication, but I do see an offer, an initiative. So you may feel like somebody's putting in more effort this week with you. All right. Now, how to work with this, any advice this week, and then we'll go Aries through Pisces. I see the Knight of Pentacles. So you are getting, you know, to move forward and maybe not be so cautious about it. Maybe not be so over analytical about the situation. And maybe, you know, get used to the pace right now. Maybe somebody can't keep up with your pace. All right. Now, if I'm telling you right now, I've heard it all. If you're saying you've been waiting for years, I can't do anything about that. This is a weekly read. And this is showing somebody that's very inspired by you and is attracted to you. Right. But the pace that you're misreading their pace as disinterest. All right. Now let's look at Aries through Pisces. If you have somebody specific on your mind, let's see if there's any movement this week for you as well, or any feelings, the energy around them, whatever wants to come through. Okay. So Aries, I see the Tower card. You know, so something could shock you this week with an Aries. We are seeing something's going to move. Something has to happen. The truth has to come out. You know, we can't hide from the truth. And so something big could happen with you in another Aries this week, you know, and this is conflict that brings change, right? So it's a good thing, but we don't always view it as being good. Taurus, I see the King of Cups. So Taurus in their fields, you guys could be getting more intimate this week, whether it's with conversation or presence. You know, they're just more present with you. Gemini, we have the Eight of Wands, right? So Gemini is coming in for a visit, right? So some of you, if they've been all over the place, you know, look at the energy they're dealing with, but they seem pretty excited, wanting to talk to you. Could be a lot of going back and forth, even travel with the Gemini. Cancer, I see Queen of Pentacles, so things get a little bit more serious with a Cancer, grounding in. I mean, they seem a little bit, you know, more down to earth. So if things have been kind of distant or hectic or whatever, they are also very responsible. They may have a lot of things going on, but I see somebody taking this serious and possibly making plans with a Cancer. Leo, the Emperor card, I am seeing Leo showing up in a very responsible energy, wanting to take action and settle things, get things either started or, you know, and off the ground, or, you know, has ideas, you know, and potential, you know. But Emperor, I would say if they're talking about potential or getting together, you know, they're pretty serious, right? Very taking initiative. Virgo, you may feel distant from a Virgo this week. It seems like you guys both feel like we have feelings, but we're both kind of going our own way, or you feel them drifting off or distancing themselves from you. They're still doing some soul searching. You know, they don't know what the hell they want, and so it's probably better this way. Libra, the Chariot card. So we have a return with a Libra, and Libra seems to be spunky and ready to pick up wherever you guys left off. The good news is the Chariot usually brings somebody back with a purpose, all right? A very good purpose. Scorpio, Three of Swords. So things might not have turned out the way you want them to. With a Scorpio, you guys could be dealing with the distance, pain, separation still. Sagittarius, Ace of Cups. So Sag coming in with some love, feeling you and opening up emotionally. Capricorn, things are still kind of unclear, hidden. They may be not sure. They have a lot going on emotionally and just don't know what to say just yet. Aquarius, I see Two of Cups. So you could be resolving conflict or finally just feeling like your relationship is going somewhere. You know, it's feeling like you guys are connected. And Pisces coming in for the win. It looks like, you know, things could look pretty good. You have the sixes showing up for you, and the you have 3 6s showing up for you in this reading. So it feels like you and a Pisces here both want something from each other. That's what I got. All right, let's see Taurus. All right, let me get the cards out. Hello, D Love, what's up? All right, Taurus, hello, Hot Springs. Hannah, what's up? Julia, what's up? Got all my Tauruses coming in. Woo, Taurus, you have the Tower card at the bottom of the deck. What? Some change, inevitable. Look at this, 5 of Wands. Uh-oh. All right, so if there's any kind of hidden problems or any kind of unresolved issues going on with you, then you might end up finally, I don't know, shit hitting the fan. Maybe finally, you know, you're breaking out of some challenge. You can't, this is a good thing, by the way. All right. And it's tension though. It's like, you know, this week is going to be a week where you're calling the shots or you're calling people out, right? You know, you may be breaking free from, you know, people, external stuff, people this week that have been aggravating you, you know, getting tired of fixing shit, nobody listening to you or somebody not listening to you. But you have a 6 of Cups underneath that. So maybe it's somebody that's really close to you. And you know, these kind of conversations sometimes you know, we're going direct here. And it's like, you know, we're getting direct. We're getting like, you know, we got to clear something up. We can't hold it in much longer. So let's see your person's energy. You know, I don't know why that one wanted to. Sometimes it might not be the whole thing, but let's see what happens. Your person, the Temperance card. All right. So it does feel like whatever's going on this week is something that has to be said. You're solid ground. You seem to be like, I don't like unsteadiness. I don't like inconsistencies. And I can't hold back any longer. Now, just because you have the Tower and the Five of Wands, if an argument comes up or you have to discuss something with somebody because they're trying to play it cool or chill, your reaction is what can maintain the balance of this relationship. This looks like something needs to be said that will actually bring a relationship back into alignment. So you can lose your shit or you can handle this with grace, you know, but it seems like you need to say something to someone, especially if somebody's just kind of trying to act like nothing's wrong, nothing's going on. What draws them to you? The Ten of Swords. So to me, it feels like somebody knows something's up. Somebody's either hurt you in the past. Something from the past energy between the two of you is coming up, which means it could be yesterday. We got in an argument, or they said something, did something, and, you know, or you guys went through a separation for some of you, a temporary separation. Maybe you guys never cleared up a difficult situation. We're still, remember, we're going direct this week, but we've been old stuff has been resurfacing. And somebody may feel like it is time for them to, you know, balance the situation out. But you may be feeling like somebody is just way too chill about the situation. If somebody knows they hurt you, or they know their part in something. Let's see what this block is, what this part is. The Five of Pentacles, not feeling supported, not giving you enough attention, not always tending to your needs, or not always making you seem like you are important. And I feel like you're building a relationship off of something that's not stable, and you're letting a lot of tension build up that is going to come out this week. Right? Let's see your energy. The Ten of Pentacles. I mean, like I said, you're the rock, you're golden, you're looking good. Looks like you're trying to keep things together. You know, your intention is to invest in a situation that is going to last long term. And maybe somebody that you're connecting to is just playing it way too chill, and you're the one that's always responsible for everything. And you can see, you feel like somebody here is just keeps to themselves, or does everything themselves, or is always focused on problems or stress. And it looks like you're always trying to find a solution. The movement this week, the Three of Swords. You may, okay, so I know it does seem like a personal reading. Taurus, you've been getting some of my most amazing readings lately, so this may only be for a couple people. And this, I want to reiterate, this is not the outcome of a situation. This is a weekly read, and it is showing me that something that you need to say to somebody is going to hurt, but it has to be said. Your fear may be of separation. Your fear may be of, but that to me shouldn't be your fear. This is something that really needs to be said to bring the relationship closer. Right? And of course, maybe it's like you're carrying the pain and the person knows you're carrying the pain, but it's almost like it's the elephant in the room. Like they need to step up. It looks like they need to step up and they need to hear something. Maybe it does need to come from your heart. All right. Any advice for you? The Four of Wands. So this is sort of like God saying here, you know, this is values. This is roots. This is something rooted that's coming up. And this is something that you're looking for. You know, you're looking for commitment and marriage here. And it looks like the outcome to the situation this week could turn out better than you think, especially with your person showing up as Temperance. It feels like your person knows that they need to balance the scales. They need to do more, you know, they need to show up more. Let's look at, I got Sagittarius there, and let's see, Aries through Pisces. I don't know what's going on. What are these gems? These are so cool. But what's UNC alert? I didn't get that. All right, Aries through Pisces. So let's get the energy around you and Aries through Pisces. Now, this can be totally different from this. If that didn't resonate, this will give you something else, okay? So Aries, I see the Eight of Swords. So stuck on something. You guys can't seem to resolve something when it comes to doubts about the relationship, doubts about something someone said. And so it's still showing up right now, kind of stuck on something. Taurus, I see the Justice card. This is really showing you here that this is something that it's about fairness in a relationship. And that's what you're confronting this week, fairness in a relationship. And it's somebody that shows up for you on their own time, you know, and or when they feel, but they may be acting too nonchalant about something that they did wrong. And it just feels like you need some resolution. But it looks like you and another Taurus making peace this week. Gemini, the Star card. All right, so coming together with a Gemini this week, it looks like maybe you guys, whatever you're going through with a Gemini, the Tower here, it's going to be short-lived. It looks like it's something that needs to be confronted, but that you guys, it's bringing you guys closer together. Cancer, I see Nine of Cups. Cancer's got some love for you, maybe sees a relationship with you, or just likes the way they feel when they're with you. So a wish being granted with a Gemini. Cancer, I mean, Leo, you have a love, you have an opening, you have a doorway, and this could even be reconciliation for some of you, all right, with the Ace of Cups. I mean, the love is there, and sometimes the hard conversations have to happen, you know, if something's been coming up. But it feels like I've got love for you. I want to talk to you. I want to give you my heart. Virgo, you got the Ace of Pentacles. I want to give you my time. I want to make it real. So, you know, this is a new start, a fresh start with a Virgo. Libra, Six of Swords with a Libra. So it looks like you guys just trying to move on past things. You both still want to see where this goes. So this week, things could start to smooth up, and you may feel like you're getting somewhere. Scorpio, Nine of Wands, all right. Let the games begin. Let the war begin. I'm kidding. The Nine of Wands. There's some fatigue here with the Scorpio. And sometimes it could just be fatigue from life, fatigue from work, you know, or just very guarded. And sometimes this guy works backwards. Like every time, you know, it gets a little easier. So maybe this week there could be some setbacks, but just know it'll get easier. Sag, the World card. So we have a full circle here with a Sag. So maybe coming back around, you know, are we getting closure or are we moving forward? But it does seem like you might be going around again, another cycle. Capricorn, the Lovers, the love always pulls you guys together. Doesn't always make sense, but it looks like it's still happening with you guys. Aquarius, the Moon card. Still unclear with an Aquarius. Obviously, there's emotions, but too much going on to really make a clear decision. So things maybe keep repeating themselves here. And Pisces, King of Swords. Pisces wanting to talk something out. Let's talk. Let's talk truth. As you may hear from a Pisces this week. I know. I'm laughing at Scorpio too. I'm like, oh God, what's going on here? I'm like, no, not my story. Hopefully not. Remember, this is the week ahead. I mean, things do get easier with me. I am somebody that shows up like I'm going to war, and then I do soften up. So there is some truth to that. No. All right, Gemini. Gemini's going crazy. Geminis don't know what's happening. Well, at least the Geminis that you guys keep bringing to me, the people who are trying to understand their Geminis, right? It's like, what the heck is going on? All right. All right. Then take a nap to rest that brain. All right, Gemini. You're welcome, Julia. Thank you for always being here. Me too. Isn't that wild, Carissa? Me too. And good energy. All right, Gemini. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at your person's energy. Just take notes and then keep track so you can follow the cycles. Look at this, 3 of Cups energy. So it looks like things lightening up for you, and maybe talking, conversing with people. You have somebody around you. It could be a friend that is interested in you, or or it's you're casually dating somebody, and you both feeling the vibe. The only thing about this card is that it's casual. So it means I want to keep things light, and I just want to, see how it unfolds. I don't want to force anything. A lot of love around here, though, a lot of interest and support. So you could get that call. You could get somebody just wanting to hear your voice, right? A lot of talking, maybe they miss talking to you. Maybe somebody misses, they just want to chit chat for hours, and talk and socialize. So good energy, different from Tauruses, poor Taurus. All right. So this is somebody that may have been distant for a while. You have Virgo energy, or you feel like you can't read somebody, or they ghosted, or everything was going great and then boom. But they're a Virgo energy, Hermit energy, and the 10 of Cups. Maybe it's not easy for this person to open up. Maybe you're somebody that's very easy for them to talk to. Have you ever thought about that? Right? They're getting out of their house for a while. They've been kind of on lockdown or isolated, or they're just used to being alone. They've been single for a while, or they thought they wanted to be single for a while. And then here comes Gemini, and they just really love your vibe. Could be somebody older. What draws them to you? Ace of Wands, second time that came out. Ace of Wands. You inspire this person to open up. That's what I'm getting. So already, Gemini, it just feels like somebody may talk to you more than they talk to others, but you may not see it. You may not know it, because you may be like, what, I feel something with somebody, but why aren't they making a move? And it feels like, it's a process, but it's one of those things that it may seem like it takes a minute to get there, but once it's there, it's worth it. But somebody, you tease somebody a little bit. You tease somebody and you get them, you spark the light, you turn the light on for this person, and you've got their interest. All right, so what's their block? The Star card. All right, so they may not trust in relationships right now. They just may not have much faith in relationships. That's why it looks like they're single, or they stick to themselves. They may also be afraid to disappoint you. And if they're going through a healing process, they're going through a breakup, this could be why. They weren't expecting you to pop into their life. I have an Aquarius energy here as well, too. Let's see your energy. The Ace of Swords. You got two aces showing up in the stars. So it looks like you're just interested and you just want to talk. You want clarity. Why don't you just be clear with me? But it looks like somebody is putting forth effort. So let's see movement. Well, the Knight of Swords is telling me that the movement is everything that I already said to you. It's somebody being kind of casual. It looks like somebody's more stressed about, what you think of them or what they say to you. And there could be some anxiety around getting this person to open up still. All right. And the movement is there is socializing. So if they're around you more or you notice that they're coming around you, it's because they want to be around you. So what should you do? Page of Cups. Just keep being playful and being yourself. One step at a time. One step at a time. The Page of Cups, there's something that you're bringing to the table naturally that, but if you get too hot too quick and you want this person so badly quickly, that's when a person can run back to their cave, because that's the energy I'm bringing out. Now, if this is something you've been dealing with for a long time, just another disclaimer, to each his own, but nothing's impossible. You got a small water sign here, a younger water sign, but it's your youthfulness, it's your playfulness, it's your, being naive, whatever it is you do that's charming and sweet. This person, you've got this person. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. All right. Aries through Pisces, remember, we have the Three of Cups, so there is possibility of hanging out, talking, or rekindling. It can be that. Aries, Queen of Pentacles. So Aries looks like they're taking care of business and you're part of it. All right. So an Aries may actually make effort, but you got slow and steady here with an Aries. Taurus, I see Seven of Cups. So Taurus got you on their mind, and they're constantly thinking about you. So you take up a lot of space. You got them thinking. They still need to make a choice, though. They got you kind of hanging. Gemini, Three of Swords. Some of you here afraid of disappointment, afraid to get hurt. I can see that. But you may be separated or going through a separation, or things are still just kind of needing a break between you and another Gemini. Cancer, Knight of Cups, coming towards you with love and meaning, a purpose. Right? I definitely have feelings for you. It does not guarantee that I'm responsible. It just says I have feelings for you. All right. And yes, younger water. So water showing up. All right. You have Leo. You can't always trust what your Leo is trying to say. And so some of you I was just saying, don't ignore the red flags. All right. Because you got them tiptoeing, sneaking back in, sneaking around, but you just want them to be transparent with you. Virgo, the Empress, your relationship is still growing and very meaningful. You mean a lot to a Virgo. Libra, the Judgment card. Are making an important decision about the direction of this relationship. Scorpio, Knight of Wands. Scorpio coming in to have some fun. So if it's your fun person, just know that they're still being fun. If you're looking for commitment, it's not that the Knight of Wands can't commit, but they got one thing on their mind. All right. One thing on their mind right now. And that is fun. All right. So, and that's Scorpio. Scorpio getting a lot of fire. Sag, 10 of Wands. All right. Tired. All right. Hitting a wall. So this relationship, you might need to give it a little bit of space right now. That can be like a tower. You never know what you're going to get. And Capricorn, Three of Pentacles. So Capricorn on the same team as you. You guys got a lot in common. You guys seem to think alike and want to make it work. So you could be getting together with a Capricorn. Aquarius, I see the Six of Pentacles, wanting to spend more time with you, maybe making plans. and Pisces, the Justice card. So we're getting some truth around the dynamic or balance in the scales, being honest, or Pisces being honest with you. All right. I love you guys. I went to go get the game, and the shelves were completely clear at Michael's and the Hobby Lobby. Like it must be a really big hot thing right now. And they had in Hobby Lobby, they had 3 slots for Mahjong, and all 3 of these slots were sold out. All right, Cancer at 36. No, you don't have to send me one. I'm gonna find the right one. I'm just like that, you know. I want to go look at them, check them out, pick the right one. But I appreciate it. Maybe I'll have a board made out of wood. All right, let's see. Cancer, it's still your birthday. Couple more days. All right. How are you feeling today, Cancer? I have a lot of Cancers at my CrossFit gym, and it seemed like they were all tired this morning, struggling a little bit, quiet. They were quiet. And then there was others like myself, you know, that were a little bit more upbeat. It was like totally opposite energies. So I hope you guys are doing well. Mercury is going direct this week, so it should ease things up, bring some more clarity for you in your situations. And Ace of Wands, you see, I've been shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Every sign so far, I believe, has gotten the Ace of Wands. All right. And so let's see, maybe we can bring some joy into the situation. All right, something's being lit up this week in initiation, taking initiative. You know, getting the fire started again. All right, so we're moving in a new direction. Let's see your person's energy. 4 of Wands. So somebody wanting to get together with you, somebody feels very happy around you, you guys feel very close to each other, or you remind them of somebody very close to them, close to home base. And so whoever this is that I'm picking up is somebody that you may know pretty well, you know. A friend of a friend of a family member, somebody you've hung out with before, somebody who's come over, you've gone to their home and so forth. Or you met them in an event, a very big event that happens maybe once or twice a year, or, you know, things like that. But you're seeing joy, you're seeing a fire sign, you're seeing, you know, somebody here that really likes, you know, good times. Right, so maybe bringing in a good time. Maybe this week, you know, some of you still celebrating your birthday. Maybe somebody will reach out and say happy birthday. This could be somebody you met during your birthday season recently. But let's see what draws them to you. The Fool card. All right. Somebody's ready for, you know, a fresh new beginning. It seems like you and this person may be in different places now, or your person is in this place of contentment, and I'm really looking for somebody who feels like home to me. So it is, you've got somebody's attention, and you got strong fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. What draws them to you is your spirit, your free spirit, your adventurous spirit, your young spirit. A lot of youngness coming through today. So some of you got young souls, you know, sweet, naive, no matter how old you are. And no matter what happens to you in life, somehow you still kept, you know, from being too rough around the edges. You're still like, you bounce back from everything, you know? Every day it's like 51st dates. Every day it's a new day, right? So let's see what the block is or challenge, if any. The Four of Cups. You know, feeling rejected or not good enough. Very protective of their heart. And they have feelings for you and don't know what to do with them. Or haven't known what to do with them. We'll go with that. Haven't known. So it's like you may have taken this or mistaken this as them kind of keeping things casual, and maybe, you know, maybe you feel like there's something there, but you're just wondering if you're ever going to get that opportunity or they'll come around. And this could be the week where it's happening. It's just somebody here, it just feels like they have feelings and then they try to hold them back. They don't know what to do with them, but now it's getting to a point where they want some sort of stability in their life. And I get that collectively from a lot of people. It feels like people are really starting to just want to come home, simplify things, be close. And seems like, unless it's just in my life, I'm seeing it on the outside, a lot of talk about it. So you got the foundation, fours. Let's see your energy. The Chariot card, look at you. You're focused and ready to move forward. This is going to be, I'm going to throw this out there for my Cancers because it's your birthday, that this week things are going to be like full send. Whatever's been going on during the retrograde for you and, you know, has held you back, it feels like you may be able to hit the gas this week, and you know you feel like this is a purpose in your has a purpose in your life. Sorry, and I just see you very focused and diligent and ready to move forward. And this week, this could be what you're doing here. Cleaning off the lens and readjusted your focus and getting ready to move forward in your power. Movement, if anything, from them, I see the Star card. So it seems like things are coming together this week. You may notice some movement. You may feel like it just feels good. It feels like we're in alignment. So they may reach out to you and make some plans. It could even be about future plans. You know, hey, let's talk about this with that Four of Wands. Your energy, your advice, Five of Wands. Right? No need to overprotect, fight, or grip, or try to fix anything right now, or release the extra stress that you've been carrying. That's what I got for you. All right. It looks like these challenges are kind of leaving your energy this week. Let's look at Aries through Pisces now. If you have somebody specific on your mind, let's take a look. This may have nothing to do with this read. It could continue the read. All right. So Aries, I see the Temperance card. All right. So things kind of naturally happening with you and an Aries. So depending on where you are on the path, it may seem more frightening if it's been a while. This is just telling you to keep focusing and doing things that you naturally would do. That's what draws people to you. And you guys are still your story is still unfolding. Taurus, I see Six of Cups. You and Taurus in love, or just thinking about each other in a very loving way. You guys feel very close to each other. This could be a reunion with a Taurus, or just another moment you're sharing. You're sharing moments that just feel so good and they love being around you or talking to you. Gemini, Judgment. So this is an important week for a decision. Where's this relationship going? Maybe they feel called to or feeling the pressure to be real, to make something real with you. Cancer, Three of Cups. Happy birthday. This is celebrating your birthday here. You could be celebrating your birthday with another Cancer, or at least hearing from them. Leo, 3 of Wands, moving forward with the Leo. All right, if you've been in some sort of waiting period or just trying to figure things out, just know it's all coming together. What's yours will not pass you. Virgo, King of Wands. So Virgo, seeing future visits with you, seeing a future. I was going to say visions. This last week, retrograde has been hitting me the hardest, big time. All right, so you have a Virgo who's got their eye on you. Take an initiative this week. Libra, 9 of Pentacles. All right, so it looks like a successful outcome with you in a Libra. But how you get there or how it happens is going to be different for each and every one of you. But the 9 of Pentacles is somebody who's very independent, and you may misunderstand alone time or distance with being not interested, and I don't see that with a Libra. Scorpio, Knight of Wands. So Scorpio wanted to have some fun. I definitely do. It looks like a Scorpio coming in pretty quickly this week, maybe wanting to get together, hang out. Sagittarius, you know, things are kind of murky with a Sagittarius. It looks like, you know, they're tired in a way, or, you know, not wanting to face the problem, or just wanted to deal with the problems on their own. But it does feel like a separation or a little bit of distance between you and a Sag. Capricorn, sneaking around, tiptoeing around, just get the full picture. Ask questions, because they are showing up with the 7 of Swords. They could be hiding something from you, or just keeping information out, or just trying to be fake, right? You want to see through this. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius showing up in their power, right? Trust what they say. They look like they got a lot to say. They're speaking their truth. There could be communication with an Aquarius. Pisces, kind of down in the dumps. Pisces not feeling it right now. They could be processing some loss, or just feeling regret about something that's happened. So it does feel like they may need a little bit more time just to pick themselves up and come around. All right, Cancer, happy birthday. Ride it out to the very last second, millisecond. All right, Leo. Leo at 48. All right, it's definitely a mixed bag today. Some signs getting hit a little bit more than others. It's going back and forth, back and forth. Let's see what Leo gets. Leo's getting ready for their birthday. They're like, nobody's going to screw up my time, my shit. No way. All right, this is Leo's brushing their hair. They have their rollers in, getting their nails done, whitening their teeth. Getting ready. Do you see that lettuce meme where they're like a person going down to buy lettuce to go on a diet? Walking. I see Leo walking like that. Like, you know. All right, Leo, let's see your person's energy. Any movement this week? Let's hide that devil. All right, we have the Hangman. We got chill energy. We got leaning back, hanging back. Maybe you've been taking a break, pause with somebody, or, you know, you're just kind of letting something be just to see how it is. Maybe you don't know what the hell you want, right? Sometimes that's just it. You know, you're getting sick of hanging on, or, you know, I got Pisces energy showing up for you. So let's see your person's energy. The Page of Cups, right? So we do see a relationship that could be deepening this week with, you know, somebody being open about their feelings. It looks like you have somebody here being more soft, playful. It could be somebody younger than you. You know, and maybe you just kind of feel like, I just don't know, right? So you just kind of letting it, that's what I'm getting for you. Just let this one happen this week, see what happens. Because it does look like you've got somebody warming up to you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. What draws them to you? The Justice card. Ooh, somebody being all sweet talking you. So somebody's been really kind of weighing things out. They know what's right, what's wrong. So hopefully you're not somebody trying to convince you, I'm sorry, kiss and makeup. Depending on, depending on what it was that somebody said or did, they forgot to text, or did they do something like that completely went against your values. But they feel strongly pulled to you because of how you hold yourself. You have high standards. And it looks like somebody here is really, really impressed by you, impressed by that, right? But it does, for some of you, look like somebody is playing cute, even though they know that you got to be cautious. All right, you got to be cautious. All right, what's fair, what's not fair? You got to stick by your truth no matter what. That's my reading for you. All right. Let's see the block. What's the problem? And the King of Wands. All right, somebody can't get enough of you. Somebody holds you to high regards, but also it feels like you're in charge. You have more influence over this relationship than you realize. Are you dating somebody younger, or somebody acting immature with you? And it just feels like parent-child here. Or there's somebody with a child, and maybe that's been the problem. The block is somebody parenting somebody, and it just feels like you don't get quality time, or vice versa, right? But I am seeing the challenge, though, is that you got angry or mad about something pretty quickly. And the King of Wands as the block challenge can be somebody who does not hold back, right? So you're somebody who doesn't hold back, and this could be why somebody here is trying to come in and make you happy, or doing the whole trying to soften things up a little bit, maybe soften the blow. Let's see you, though. Two of Pentacles. You really are on the fence here in this reading this week. All right. So it feels like maybe some of you, this person may have made you mad or angry, or you're building resentment, right? Or jealousy. Are they trying to make you jealous? I don't know what the heck's going on here, guys, but that's what I'm getting. And I am seeing here that you're kind of like, you're not sure what you want to do here. You're kind of on the fence. So if you're playing with somebody who's being kind of immature, just know to be cautious and do what you know is right. It doesn't mean you can't hang out with them. I mean, the person obviously has feelings for you, but it looks like it is building some resentment with you. The movement this week is Knight of Pentacles. So maybe somebody will step up a little bit and be productive. The only warning I'll give is sometimes somebody here can make promises and not follow through. So maybe this is where you need to weigh things out clearly. I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sag. Your advice, Eight of Pentacles, I'm seeing kind of do your thing, focus on your responsibilities, stay in your own lane. Maybe the more you avoid this person or ignore this person or act uninterested, this person may be feeling the need to make something right or step up. So I kind of do feel stick to your guns too, whatever that means. Is that even a saying, stick to your guns? All right. You should avoid this person. I'm sorry, Leo. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. So if you have somebody specific on your mind and this didn't resonate, let's see what these cards say. All right, let's see. Aries, remember we have the Hanged Man here, so it could be just about a shift in perspective, the way you're looking at your person. Aries, Two of Swords, they got to make the decision. You can't make it for them. They're on the fence. They keep talking themselves out of something. Taurus, I see defensive energy, all right, but it could be challenging with you and a Taurus, but this is going to make you stronger, all right? It feels like Taurus could be defending themselves or wanting to say something, or maybe, you know, you guys, there's boundaries that need to be had between the two of you. Like maybe you guys just are stubborn, you guys go at it with each other, you know, but this week is still showing up as challenging, but it's one that you guys can make it through. It's going to make you stronger. Gemini is the Magician. So Gemini's got their eyes on you, talking, wanting to connect with you. Maybe you'll hear from them this week. Cancer, Ace of Wands again. All right. Ace of Wands is consistent for today's energy all day long. So maybe some of us, there's going to be this like, something's going to inspire us today, move forward. You and a Cancer here, it looks like getting the party started or getting something started off the ground. Leo, you have the 10 of Wands. Some of you are over something. Some of you are just like, I can't carry this anymore. I'm taking care of all the business. But you're dealing with somebody who wants to show up for you but might be irresponsible. And I'm not manifesting that for you. It's just what I'm reading. All right. But it does look like you and another Leo may be finally hitting a wall and it's just getting too much. Virgo, they have feelings for you, but you know, they're still unclear about what to do with them. So they may be cycling around you or coming in again, or they show up and you just can't figure them out. That's why. And they're just very unclear about what to do with their feelings. Libra has more feelings than they're letting on. You have a Libra that's hanging out around you or watching you, observing things you say and do. Scorpio coming in pretty quickly. Looks like Scorpio here, very focused. Maybe you guys will push forward, move forward, or they see a purpose in this connection. Sagittarius, kind of quiet this week. Maybe they need some time to think. Capricorn also holding back a little bit too. Capricorn is not, neither of them are letting go of you. They're just kind of pulling back into their own territory. Aquarius, I see Queen of Wands is all about you. So Aquarius may be being more active this week or engaging this week with you. And Pisces, Seven of Pentacles. So Pisces not sure what to do because they feel the connection. They're growing, you're growing on them. And it's like, I don't know what to do yet, but I feel like I want to move forward with this. So you could make some plans this week with a Pisces. I think the biggest message for all of us that wants to come through this second right now is we got to stop letting fear run our lives every single day. Every time we have a thought, it gets robbed by a fear. An absolute, there's got to be a problem. And there's no tangible proof. It's just our mind is always right. We think our ego, our mind is always right. It's got to be this. I got to check it. I got to make sure. But our days are robbed by fear constantly. Fear about a relationship, fear, and what is meant to be ours will be ours. It'll happen naturally. But the uncomfortableness of not having control of everything and when it happens drives us mad, and we're not even enjoying life when we're in this state. And we're so programmed to do it that it's second nature, so it doesn't feel like it's work. It just feels natural. All right, as we're moving into Virgo. But if somebody's not reaching out, then let it be. That's what I mean, like the fear that overrides with that, or the rules or the limitations and everything else. But it's like we just gotta let go of control. If they don't want to reach out, they don't want to reach out. And that says a lot. When we were younger, we were more fearless. We didn't read into everything. We wouldn't need so much communicate. We didn't need so much communication when we were younger. We didn't need that much validation. It's the social media and the technology that's making us think we have to have it. All right, let me change the time for Virgo. I mean, I say these things. I mean, I'm right there with it, but I gotta follow them. I gotta follow my own advice. All right, Virgo. Who's coming towards you this week? Any movement? What's going on? All right, 10 of Pentacles. All right, so this week could be very productive, working towards goals together, you know, getting together, sharing time, sharing houses, sharing routines, maybe even just talking about doing that. But it looks like a very productive week when it comes to being responsible and following through with plans. Your person's energy, Ace of Pentacles. There you go. You may be on the first step of what could last or be a new start to a whole different storyline in your relationship, right? Got to start somewhere, even if you've been together for a long time or fighting some sort of battle for a long time. It doesn't matter. The Ace of Pentacles says we're on new turf. Thank you. I don't know the gem things. I don't know what those are, but thank you. You're on new turf with somebody, and I'm getting an earthy energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. And it just feels like maybe your person is feeling like I can let down my guards a little bit and open up a little bit, take that first step. What draws them to you? The Nine of Wands. It looks like kind of both of you have been through the fire. You're tough, you're resilient. You know, you're somebody that can handle biz. You get things going. I mean, you know, you want something done? Call Virgo. You want it done right? Call Virgo. I truly believe it. I'm biased. All right. But it does feel like you're a tough cookie. And that's what somebody is drawn to by you. You take care of your problems. You're a fighter. You fight for what you do and what you want and who you love. And so it's a really good energy. You're a warrior. You know, and you guys deal with the same stress, you know, and maybe you've helped this person see a different picture or deal with something in their life. And you're easing, you're helping them. You're making their life easier is what I got. All right. Any challenges or blocks, if any? Page of Cups. This person may be slow to open up emotionally, but with this energy that's coming through, you will always see some kind of improvement. And you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So this person may be softening up around you, but it's hard for them to express themselves, you know, emotionally. So maybe they'll show you more by being productive this week, like I said. So, you know, this person, that could be their love language. You know, doing things for you, favors around the house, or, you know, just being attentive. Let's see your energy. The Emperor card. You can see the difference. Like you're showing up as boss. I've been there, done it, can build it all again. I can build everything. I can do it, you know. Very responsible, very much in charge in your power. So you're on a mission and you're not easily messed with. And it looks like you're calling somebody to really step up, and you have value, a lot of value to somebody. You add value to somebody. And somebody's definitely seeing you as a stable person, very strong person. Maybe you're dealing with somebody this is new for, you know. I always try to find myself in everybody and everything. And, you know, it can be really hard to, you could be intimidating with this energy here, you know. But like I said, this reading that I'm getting, this person, you will feel a difference from when I say somebody's having a hard time opening up emotionally. That can mean so many different things in different readings. In this reading, though, you will always see somebody putting forth the effort. If you say you need more hugs, they will try to remember to give you more hugs, right? Without even saying anything. But if they may forget sometimes, but they'll still make attempts. What's the movement this week? Five of Pentacles. So it looks like some struggle here with, you know, finally opening up, connecting with you. You have the Ace of Pentacles, so it seems like pay more attention to this person's actions around you and what they're doing around you, because it looks like an offer, but they're afraid to be let down or let you down or be rejected. So to me, what it feels like is you got somebody around you that isn't being, that may be playing it cool about their feelings for you are actually stronger than they're letting on. But it could be that they are somewhat afraid that if they express it, their feelings, are you going to accept them for what they can give? What they are? Because this is somebody here, you seem to be very on top of your game. This could be somebody that sees the glass half empty. All right, your advice, the Three of Pentacles, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, show the way, right? You know, you're teaching somebody maybe how to step up in their own life. You're definitely showing up for somebody and more influence on somebody than you realize. I would say this week, just keep being very supportive and doing your thing and just connecting with this person. And seems like you guys have a lot more in common, but this person may be questioning things. Let's look at Aries through Pisces. You do have strong Aries showing up in Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you have somebody on your mind, this part's going to be for that. If that didn't resonate, this part might, although this could even go with that as well. Aries, Knight of Swords, lots of movement, pretty quick turnaround when it comes to an Aries. All right, be mindful of communication with an Aries this week, because we could misunderstand each other, but it looks like they have a purpose. They see a purpose in this connection. Taurus, King of Pentacles. So Taurus, all about this. You and Taurus, I mean, that's two bosses, right? Power couple. Gemini, also things looking good with you and a Gemini. They see all the possibilities here, you know. And it's like we're both on the same page wherever you're at. You guys are both on the same page. Same thing with a Cancer, 2 stars in a row. They're striving to do better or to improve the relationship. Leo, 8 of Wands. Leo coming in fast and furious this week. So a lot of things going on at once with the Leo. You could be having conversation and things moving forward finally. Virgo, you got the 7 of Pentacles. So maybe you're curious. Maybe you're even questioning whether or not you want to move forward with somebody. Somebody may be questioning the same thing. You're a Virgo. But your plans could be taking a hard right. You might be going down another path with a Virgo, and finally strengthening your commitment. Libra, things coming to an end with a Libra. Whether it's a pattern psychologically or the relationship, you're just done with it. But something is changing. Scorpio, 9 of Pentacles, things looking good with a Scorpio. They're stepping up. Sagittarius, 6 of Pentacles, putting more effort in this week, so pay attention to what they're doing. You know, they may be showing you more, trying to show you more, not saying it. Capricorn, 9 of Cups. Delicious. Capricorn finds you very delicious and wants you. So you may hear from a Capricorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Aquarius, 8 of Cups. Aquarius and you kind of going your own ways right now. You both kind of have known this for a while. And Pisces, I am seeing Page of Pentacles. So Pisces over here saying we got to take that step, you know, forward. So seeing improvements or seeing lots of, not lots with a Page of Pentacles, but, you know, just seeing somebody put forth the effort this week when it comes to a Pisces. All right, guys. All right, Libra. $111. I'm gonna do 111 for Libra. What a good number. Hello, Miss Taja. I didn't bring up any water. My God, jackass. All right, Libra, 11111. So you got the lucky numbers. Let's see what's going on. Meditate on the person that you're connected to. Somebody that you met online just came through. Leo energy. Leo energy again. All right, so it could be Leo, a Leo around you. You know, and this is the energy of the week where it just feels like we can make it through just about anything. Just hang in there. Maybe you're somebody, this person is, you know, is so attracted to your resilience too. You know, I think Virgo just got this. You know, it's just like you're strong, you got this, very creative, you have a big heart. You know, you have somebody here that is also mirroring that back to you, where it feels like that's why we're connected. We both just are very strong-willed, protective of the ones we care about. So this person could be very protective of you. Now I'm getting the Hermit card underneath that. So it could also be somebody, no matter how far away they are or distant, or maybe they pulled away. It does not matter. It feels like this bond can't be broken with these two cards. You know, it's like sometimes this makes us stronger. And so we'll see. You got Virgo energy and Leo energy showing up for you. So maybe something in the Virgo reading was for you. All right. I am here to pump you up. All right. So your person, 8 of Swords. A lot on their mind. Right. They're still working through a lot of stuff that maybe that they fear was said, or doubts, or, you know, it's just they're their own worst enemy. You got an air sign here too. Somebody's got a lot going on in their mind, then they're letting off, especially with the Strength card. It's like, you know, you have the Hermit, and somebody pulls away because they don't want you to see all the strife they're putting themselves through or going through. Maybe they feel just stuck. They're in, you know, you get so overwhelmed, you don't know what to do. So you shut down in a way. Your person, you know, but does not want to look weak. Maybe they feel like they got to say something to you, but they just don't want to look vulnerable or weak. What draws them to you? The Queen of Cups, their feelings for you. They're definitely, there's deep feelings for you. And their intuition is just telling them you know, that you're very loving and caring and nurturing and important to this person. Your feelings are important to this person. You have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe something was said they weren't completely honest about their feelings, and now they're feeling like, what can I do about it? It can't be undone. But yes, it can be. Let's see what the problem is, if there is. 9 of Wands. You're seeing like this tough guy, tough girl, whatever. Somebody's realizing that they're hard to deal with. Maybe at times. But you have a soldier here. You have somebody that's not going to give up. And I just feel like it's really hard for this person to look vulnerable. They don't want you to know how deeply they feel or care, because, you know, people like this with this energy, it's like every time I give my heart, I get beat down. But they're so sweet and sensitive. There's a very empathic energy with your person. But every time I let go or give into this, I get beat down, and it just looks like that. I'm picking up on that person. Let's see you. The 8 of Cups. Some of you feeling internally like you should walk away, or you're feeling pulled to walk away and go your own way. So you're reading kind of, somebody may have pulled back from you, like I said in the beginning, and maybe it is the best time. Maybe you're supposed to be kind of doing your own thing right now. All right. Maybe this is only a weekly reading. All right. So maybe this is time for both of you, because you can see the Queen of Cups too. It's processing our emotions on our own. Maybe something's not over. So it's, you know, but there is some distance between the two of you. But the problem is this person does not want to give up on this connection. Neither do you. The Strength card. So what's any movement this week, if any? And I see the Death. I don't see any change to your situation just yet. But your advice, the Magician card, all right, this is, you know, you got to make this happen. You got to know that there's still possibilities for this connection here. But in the moment, it's about where you put in your focus. Because it feels like your person needs to be the one here. They know they need to be the one to soften up and maybe be more vulnerable with you. Of course, if you're a cross watcher, it might be opposite. But this person's feelings are deeper and run deep. And so they may need more time to process what's going on with you guys. And maybe you do too. But I feel like you guys will cross paths again. It's inevitable. You got the Magician. It's like you guys are both mirroring each other in a lot of ways. You have Gemini energy, Scorpio energy, Cancer and Pisces showing up for you, and strong Leo and Virgo. So if that didn't resonate, let's look at Aries through Pisces for the person that's on your mind. But although this part here can also resonate with that. Aries, I have a 2 of Cups. So it looks like both of you guys really feeling pulled to each other, to talk to each other, to talk about something. So I am seeing here a conversation maybe coming in with you and an Aries. Taurus, I see things turning around with you and a Taurus. So you guys both feel the pull. You guys both feel some sort of pull to each other to resolve something or get something started. Gemini also Gemini's been getting judgment a lot too. So maybe Geminis are making some real big decisions this week, you know, seeing a chance to redo their life, seeing a chance to improve their life or find forgiveness with you and another Gemini. I mean, with Libra and a Gemini. Cancer, you're on their mind. It looks like they're going to reach out to you. I thinking about you, thinking about what to say. Leo, here we go. This kind of goes with the reading I just did. So Leo has feelings still and doesn't know what to do with it. You know? You got kind of somebody who also is processing their feelings. You're so close. They're for them letting you in, but it's like there's a wall there. So there still could be kind of that wall there. Virgo, just keep doing what you're doing with a Virgo. It looks like you guys are on the right course. It just depends on, you know, where you're at on the journey and whether or not it's moving fast enough for you. But this is saying just let things work itself out. Let it happen naturally. Libra, 4 of Pentacles. So I am seeing some fear take over with you. You know, you may be worried about a lot of things and you're afraid that if you walk away, you might lose somebody or they're let go. But I just think that's what's being asked right now this week. And, you know, you and another Libra still have plans together. You built something together. I just see you guys kind of withdrawn a little bit. Scorpio, you guys in love. You guys have this deep love, even if it doesn't make sense. All right. Communication or seeing each other again is almost inevitable, but whether or not it's good for you, that's another question. Sagittarius, things looking good with Sag, possibility of improving the relationship this week. Capricorn, same thing, 6 of Wands. It looks like, you know, coming in, you're finally feeling like it's paying off. Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Aquarius kind of sneaking around. Be careful that they're not holding anything back. Just ask questions. Make sure you're getting the whole picture. And Pisces, I'm seeing returning, a Pisces returning. And things could move pretty quickly with you and a Pisces. Now, a lot of the energies in the transits that we're dealing with are energies that we've never seen in this lifetime, you know, in our lifetime. So a lot of us are figuring it out as we go, especially like somebody like me, who I'm paying attention to what's going on so much, that trying to figure it out, or people that are just more aware. People who don't give a shit, they're still feeling it. They just deal with it their ways. But a lot of stuff. All right. So let's see. The Devils. Scorpio. That's why I'm trying to gauge everybody, like outside too, seeing like this morning I noticed everybody's moods in the CrossFit where everybody was at, you know, just trying to definitely, yeah, it could be easy in this energy to try and escape, whether it's through social media, TV, addictions, food addictions, drugs, anything like that. You know, it's a lot of mental air and fire. So if you're not used to a lot of air and fire energy, this can be really kind of chaotic, I think. These are just opinions. That's what was being said this morning by a couple people. They just couldn't do Monday today. All right, Scorpio. Let's take a look. Who's coming this week towards you? And Aries through Pisces. All right, Seven of Pentacles. Could we finally be making some plans? Look at this. You know, so this could be a week of a shift in plans. Things looking different than you thought. A lot of improvements, reaching a goal, finally reaching a goal with somebody. Maybe getting a clearer picture of where the relationship is going or where somebody is going. Somebody could be making plans to reach out after a while, you know, with this energy, or if they're at a distance, you know, they're traveling to you, so they want to check in, check up. But you've got a week of finally figuring out the next goal. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn right there, and a Gemini, Virgo energy. So somebody's got their eye on you. You know, this is somebody who's very skilled, somebody who is very communicative, can make it happen. They might even be manifesting you in or trying to do everything they can behind the scenes to make something happen. How to run into you, how to catch up with you, or how to fix something with you. But somebody's got their eye on you and likes what they see. What draws them to you? The Sun card. Your energy. This is major arcana. You are very sunshiny, happy and fun and joy, and, you know, playful and good friends. I mean, this could be somebody that you're friends with too, but you just are fun to be around. You have a great energy. You know, somebody has got a clear picture of you and where something can go with you. You have Leo energy here too. You know, you are the center of somebody's attention right now. What's the problem, if any? Two of Cups. I don't feel like there's a problem with the Two of Cups, except if there is another relationship going on, somebody's trying to break out of a relationship, obviously that could be a problem. Or somebody's just nervous to open up. But the Two of Cups is telling me that you guys seem to be talking, connecting maybe, and finding a way to connect, or how can we make this happen, or how can I say how I really feel? Maybe somebody wants to tell you how they really feel. This is somebody that's fallen in love. You know, it's a very playful energy. Maybe things are about to really spark up between you and another person. Equally as happy is what I'm seeing here. What's your energy? This will change the story. Five of Swords. Maybe you're feeling confused or getting mixed signals. Are you confused? Or are you being honest with yourself? You know, is this what you really want? Maybe they feel there is some confliction. Maybe they do feel like there's something, you're unhappy about something, or you don't trust something, because you're suspicious of everything. And it looks like there's mutual attraction here, but maybe some of you are just talking yourselves out of it, or trying to figure, you're reading into things too much. Reading into things too much right now really drive you crazy. Information is just coming too quickly. Things are happening too quickly. And it's easy to get stuck on a feeling and it not be true. This is really good energy. This could be a first date, second date happening, or finally making plans to go out on the date if somebody's a little bit nervous, you know, but you're making some different plans this week. And the movement this week. So I do see this is somebody being persistent. This is somebody that is, might be finding you challenging, but it's not stopping them from initiating, saying something. So somebody may pull through, push themselves to be more honest with you, with their feelings. Let's see any advice for you this week. The Star card. You got the Star and the Sun in your reading. Just go with it. Just trust, Scorpio. Trust where it's taking you. You guys both manifesting the same thing, and it could be future plans about where things are going. And I like it. You got Aquarius energy there too for you. So let's see Aries through Pisces, the person on your mind, because these cards here, maybe you're feeling confused about something, but this could be a totally different reading, or it can continue from this one. Aries, Queen of Pentacles. So you could be making some serious plans with an Aries this week. They really care about you. Wanting to finally bring something to reality. Taurus, we see the Wheel of Fortune. You got some luck around you in Taurus. This could be a huge turning point about making plans to see or just coming back around. You guys feel that pull. Gemini not giving up on this either, but you guys definitely have something that's wearing both you guys out. Maybe putting something to rest and softening things up a little bit. They could get more vulnerable this week. Cancer, I'm seeing the Devil card, so you might want to be mindful of that energy with a Cancer. There is strong attachment, obsession almost, and desire, but it could be very extreme type of relationship. Leo, Page of Pentacles. All right, so you got a Leo working it, a Leo interested, and a Leo, you know, moving. It just is a starting off slow. Virgo, different change of pace of Virgo here, full send, ready to move forward. You guys could actually be, you know, things could move pretty quick with you guys. Libra, things looking good with a Libra, showing up single and available. Scorpio, Six of Pentacles, right? So I like it. You got another energy here of somebody really wanting to give to this connection. And it could be a friend of you. It could be a friend that's turning into something more here with the Sun card there as well. But your luck's changing, Scorpio. And I'm going to say this too. You could win the lottery. Go play the lottery for $1. Don't go using your savings. But somebody may feel like they won the lottery with all these awesome cards coming in for you. You and another Scorpio definitely playing it safe, but it feels like you both know what each other needs. Sagittarius, another different story. Sag, it could be kind of heavy. They may be feeling like it's just too much. Capricorn is planning a wedding with you. No. The Capricorn, put in the work in. It looks like you guys, unless of course you're dealing with somebody that's in a family, then they're putting the work in over there. But you got the work, you got the investment here. Scorpio, Sag, Cap. Aquarius, I see the Tower, so something could change this week with an Aquarius. You may or may not see it coming. And Pisces, King of Cups. We have Pisces showing up to the party. Deep feelings growing for you. You guys definitely have a deeper connection, and maybe they'll express it. You know, King of Cups, not afraid to express how they really feel. Tell me how you really feel. All right. That's what I got. It was a really good Scorpio. Scorpio hasn't gotten a good one in a while. I don't think anyway. Not magical like that. Like, oh, that sounds like a freaking dream. All right. Yeah. Winning the lottery with a score. You are winning the lottery with a Scorpio. Yeah, you know. All right. Let's see. All right, Sagittarius. I'm going to do it just at 1:30. Let's see. Who's coming towards you in any movement this week? Plus, I'll do Aries through Pisces for the person on your mind. All right. Knight of Swords. That makes perfect sense. You know, the Moon card, the Knight of Swords, things all over the place. You know, somebody's got feelings, but they're still unclear what to do. And maybe things moving too fast sometimes, or, you know, somebody says something and then we're left still feeling uncertain. So a lot of talk sometimes and no movement here. But this week, though, there's some shifts happening that could actually bring in more clarity, especially if you've been very unclear about what somebody really wants from you or wants from the relationship. Now you have Gemini showing up, and that's definitely this kind of energy for you right now can be very, you know, up in the air, all over the place. You know, 1 minute it seems like this, the next minute it's a little bit different. You know, I feel something growing. I feel a relationship, but I'm never quite clear on their intentions. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini showing up. Your person, 4 cups, right? So it's like they do have feelings for you, very protective of themselves, and also, you know, just don't know what to do with you. They see the love, they see what you're giving them, they see your prize. You know, is it just a timing issue? Are we just dealing with somebody that's in a mood or just going through something, and, you know, we're trying to push at something and it's just not the right time? What draws them to you? How do they view you? The 7 of Wands, pushy, demanding, blunt, truth speaking. So it's frustrating you is what I'm seeing, but you also challenge them to wake up. So I'm not going to tell you to stop. Not in this reading. Because it feels like your persistence could be waking somebody up, you know? It's like, don't leave me hanging. Quit being, you know, so miserable. That's Virgo coming through me. I'm trying to be, all right. They're just withdrawn, and maybe you need to wake them up a little bit, because to me, it's like, why waste your time? You're like, I'm not wasting my time. It's like you're shoving somebody along. Maybe you really care about this person, and maybe they need it. Maybe they need a kick in the ass. Let's see what their challenge is, if any. Well, obviously seems to be one. The 2 of Swords, you got somebody that doesn't like making decisions. But tough shit. I'm feeling tough shit. Like, this is an attitude coming through, and it's not my attitude today. Believe me, I'm in real chill. But it just feels like I don't think you have the patience to wait much longer for this. And it's like somebody's sitting on the fence and thinks they have all the time in the world to keep you hanging. And I think you need to remind somebody that you're not hanging around much longer. Get out of your I mean, if somebody's dealing with depression or something, or they're just really moody, I'm sending them love. I'm not making a joke of that at all, okay? If this is just somebody in a mood or gets moody because something doesn't go their way, you know, I'm feeling for you, Sag. Tough, you know, it's like tough shit for them. You know, this is like, I know you want this. I know you're into me. I know you got feelings, and I'm not going to sit around because it looks like you are ready to make a decision. If they don't make one, you're ready to make one. Let's see your energy. This could change everything. The Star card. You're wanting to make plans for the future, but you also know there's more out there. You may give somebody an ultimatum this week because I think some of you are starting to realize that you either deserve better or you can get better, or you might just tell somebody that you know you could get better, so you better wake up. Any movement this week? You have Aquarius energy. I see 3 of Cups. So that's good news. It feels like this person here may not want to take the next step or keep you guessing, but they also can't stay away from you either. So you will hear from this person, connect. Maybe you'll finally figure things out, and you'll notice that their mood kind of comes back to the way things were. The only thing is this person's still keeping things on a casual level. You know, it's like, I want to be around you. I want to hang out. And so that decision is still the problem. Like, are we going to commit? Are we going to move forward? What's going to happen? What should you do? The 7 of Cups. You're going to have to be the one to make a choice about this, because there is feelings here, but somebody definitely is keeping the doors open and keeping you guessing. So you can't build a relationship based off of possibilities. And so you may be giving somebody an ultimatum, and maybe this is the kind of energy we're in right now, Sag. You might be saying to me today, no, I don't think so. But then all of a sudden, 2 days, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed or the right side of the bed, and then you decide to go head on with this person. It might shake them up a little bit to finally put more effort in or make a decision. That I can't say, you know, definitely. But the 7 of Cups is your energy. You may be the one making the decision this week. All right. You can meet people through Mercury retrogrades, but you want to be very cautious because they don't always stick, is what the general kind of generalization of it rule, I guess, you know. But if somebody comes back around during Mercury retrograde, same thing, they may not stick, so you want to take it slow. And this could actually be that kind of energy. Somebody could have came around, but now you're still kind of sitting like, all right, it's the same, we're still in the same place. What's the purpose here? Aries. So this part may or may not resonate with this reading. So whoever's on your mind, Aries through Pisces. Aries, I see you got some improvements happening here. You have somebody maybe stepping up to the plate. Oh, thank you. Taurus knows what's right, knows what to do. They're not being, they're sitting with their feelings, and they're more than they're ready to say. Just put it that way. All right, their intuition is telling them they should, you know, helping them right now, so they'll make the right choice. But you got them lurking kind of around you, holding back a little bit. Gemini, you know, just doesn't seem to want to look past problems. If the relationship has problems, if they just have problems, if every relationship they're in is problematic, you know, maybe they're just struggling with whether or not they feel seen or heard, or they really just don't know what to do. So you got sort of the 4 Cups and the 5 of Pentacles coming through for your person this week. So you are dealing with somebody who's not looking at the positive in things. And that could end up driving you crazy. Cancer, 7 of Pentacles. You and Cancer may finally be able to get past that block you have and make plans, you know, figure out where things are going. Leo, you're right at the doorway here. It's like Leo has got a lot of love for you. Leo can see see the two of you making it happen. Virgo, you got Virgo energy here too, very resilient. They feel like the relationship is worth fighting for, but we got to put something to rest. Libra taking initiative this week. They're very attracted to you. Scorpio kind of coming in and finally picking up their slack, right? Like bringing a balance to the connection. Sagittarius, you got a 6 of Cups, so you're seeing some love here too in a relationship. And you're seeing somebody here, another Sag here that really sees you, really has feelings for you. You guys may be forgiving each other this week, or, just thinking about each other a lot. Capricorn, I see, making it work. You guys both want each other. Aquarius, also seeing you, wanting to see you, wanting you. And Pisces. All right, Pisces really has feelings for you, and things are growing. This week you may notice signs with the Pisces that huge growth spurts. That's what I'll say. Maybe a huge growth spurt with a Pisces. All right, Sag. All right, my Mr. and Mrs. Capricorns, please come forth. Can somebody explain those gems to me? I'll look at them at the end again too, but I love them. But what do they do? What do they mean? All right, Capricorn, who's coming towards you this week? Any movement? And then Aries through Pisces. All right, so overall, you have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and trying to figure you out, or trying to figure each other out, right? And it's like, that's the stage you're in. And it's going to work or it's not going to work. But this is a very important stage. So if something's moving kind of slow, it's so that we can observe and make sure that I really want to put the time into this. But something draws me too. It's the overall. So it can be both ways. We both are drawn to each other. There's something about each other that we're interested in. But, we're just kind of taking it slow. Now you have the Empress card here too, so I am seeing like somebody around a mother and child. Maybe somebody is thinking about that, thinking about whether they want that in their life, or maybe that's just the main focus right now, is trying to focus on family, abundance, and wealth. So we could see this week that we're taking steps forward. You're seeing growth when it comes to a relationship. And that's how you know whether or not to take something slow or not, or have patience for something, as long as something's growing in some sense. And that's what I'm seeing here. You may see signs or manifestations coming true. Somebody could say they're sorry this week too. All right, your person, 6 of Swords, clearing something up with you, or wanting to clear something up with you. Somebody wants to see where this can go, It's like maybe you guys didn't give it an honest chance before, or maybe it just started and this person is just wanting to, you know, see where it goes naturally. If somebody didn't call you, or, you know, there could be somebody coming in with an excuse or an apology this week about what went down. Let's see what draws them to you. The Star card, your beauty. You are the star. You're just somebody that lights them up. They see purpose here. They see possibility, and they see you guys vibe well together. You know, this person can see, obviously, a positive future with you. Oh, thank you, D-Love. What's the block, if anything? The Three of Cups. That they just want to keep it casual at first. And that's what I'm picking up with the vibe here. It's like somebody just wanting to kind of be chill. You know, they're checking you out. They're seeing you. They're gauging everything. They're gauging where you both are at. And, you know, this could be somebody here that's really analyzing the possibilities of you guys moving forward, taking this to a different level. But the challenge could be, you know, a third party. And that does not have to mean another lover. It could mean a problem or an old situation or work or children, which I don't consider a problem, but somebody else may, you know, have to, you know, take care of children. Let's see. And it could have been somebody said something when they were drunk or did something, said something that got misunderstood. Now you, the Ace of Pentacles, you're off to a good start. It feels like you just want to build something solid. You just want to be able to trust somebody. You want them to, you know, make you a solid offer. You're ready. You're ready for this person. You have Aquarius energy here too. I mean, you really light up this person's, you're guiding this person towards you. Whatever you're doing, your presence, you're guiding this person towards you. You're leading them out of a difficult situation, maybe. Maybe you don't realize it. You're helping them through a difficult situation. Any movement this week? The High Priestess. You know, there's a lot going on in somebody's mind, and they're playing it cool. So this is somebody that may be around you, but their intuition about you is strong, and I feel like you know it too. The only challenge is like I said, the Three of Cups can be wondering if things are going to become more serious, or are they going to stay casual, or if there is a third party situation that you're waiting for them to move on from. What should you do? You have a Cancer energy here too. I see the Four of Swords for you. I'm seeing give it time. Just, this is like a days, you know, relax, you know, come on, Capricorn, relax a little bit. No, I'm just playing. But this is sort of rest and just be at peace right now. It'll figure itself out. Somebody's drawn to you. There's nothing really you have to do. All right, so if you're connected to an Aries through Pisces and this doesn't resonate, this may. All right, and sometimes this doesn't have anything to do with that. Aries, Two of Wands. So Aries kind of respectfully closing a chapter and wanting to move forward with you. All right, let's make plans. I'm going to reach out. I want to connect. Just don't want to look too antsy. Taurus. Taurus really wants to move in or move together or build something together, right? And feels very happy when they're around you. So it feels like you could have an event coming up, or a reunion, or an anniversary of some sort, or they want to get together. A lot of fire coming through for you. There too, Gemini, 9 of Wands. So there is some fatigue here, but at the same time, somebody doesn't want to give up, but they want something to be released, finish something, or drop something. That could be a tough one. Cancer, you got the devil with Cancer, so be mindful of drunk texting, or doing something foolish, or saying something, or you guys triggering each other in some way. Leo, all right, you may be competing with Leo in their work, their independency. Doesn't mean they're not interested. Virgo's got you on their mind. So it looks like Virgo could be sparking up a conversation with you. Libra's falling for you, got a little crushy poo, or coming in to just be, they just want to hear from you. They just want to talk to you. Scorpio, Knight of Pentacles, wanting to make it real. So they could be taking steps to making it real, right? Hopefully following through with it though. Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles, you got the same kind of energy. They care about you. They definitely want to make it work. Capricorn, you have a 7 of Wands. All right. So grounding yourself and keeping strong boundaries with another Capricorn, but also at the same time, knowing when to push and knowing when to lean back. There could be a block between you and another Capricorn, but it could be that you both are fighting each other instead of working together. Aquarius, I see the 6 of Cups. You could have a special day coming up with you and Aquarius. You guys really feel each other. And Pisces. So Pisces might be getting real, having a conversation, wanting to be open and clean, come clean or be clear with you. I'm going to sneeze, so hold on a second. It didn't want to come. It's gonna, I know it is. Hold on. All right, I sneezed. So they're gifts. These are little gifts you said on your YouTube channel, whether they are fan-sent digital items like jewels or gifted memberships, or a direct indicator of high audience loyalty and community engagement. I love it. You earn digital rubies. Oh, well, gifted. All right, thank you. All right, my Aquarians. All right, my Aquarius. Give me 10 more seconds. Ooh. All right, 2 of Swords was right there, but let's see. All right, Aquarius, who's coming towards you? Any movement this week? And Aries through Pisces for somebody that's on your mind. You have time to let go, time for change, time to move on. Death energy. Let me fix my seat for this one. You have Pluto in your sign. That's Pluto showing up for you. So power. You have the power. Scorpio energy. And I see the 3 of Wands. So we are seeing progress and movement, but being able to let go of something and move on from something so that we can expand. So let's see. Time for change. Your person, the 2 of Cups. Let's have that talk. You know, you both have feelings for each other. You feel it every time you do see each other or talk to each other. This could be fairly new because you've put something to rest and moving on and trying to start something new with somebody. But it is an early stage. And you both mean a lot to each other. So let's see what's pulling them towards you. They can't let go of you. They really want to build something. You've already got their attention. They've come this far and they want to see where it goes. You've built something with this person. Whether it's been built off of a friendship, co-workership, working together, you guys know each other, it's just been going on for a while. You guys have a lot in common and it's naturally building itself. Maybe somebody's finally ready to let go of some fear. What's their block or challenge, if any? Ace of Wands. Your person struggles with initiating and being the first to just come up with ideas or say things or communicate. So they stumble with words. And, you know, it's also to saying things at the right time. They don't always get it. They don't always say things at the right time. And that could be where they stumble too. But again, they could be fighting their fear this week. I like it. I like this energy though, right? You just have somebody that's more passive and protective. And so this is where sometimes, you know, let's see your energy. The 6 of Pentacles, you know. You're so given and generous and social and well balanced. You know, I think there's somebody getting ready to do what they fear the most, which is initiating contact with you. But I mean serious, like really wanting to tell you how much they want this or how much they desire you. Any movement this week? There's the 2 of Swords again. I saw it in the shuffle and then it just came out again. So I am seeing here, you have somebody on the fence there. You've already stole their heart. You've already got their heart, but you've got somebody kind of fearful here that totally gets in their head and talks themselves out of something, you know? And it's like, they got to make the move though. You may be somebody that's more, you know, you're not afraid to reach out and you're, you know, but if you're the one that's always reaching out, you got to let this person be the one to initiate, which means you've got to let go a little bit and not have the fear that if you don't reach out, they won't contact you. Do you want to be with somebody who you have to be the one that's always contacting? So it does feel like, it feels kind of newish, like this person really wants to be the one to initiate. And very attracted to the way you treat others. All right. You guys have similar energies and energy dynamics, you know? So it does feel like maybe that's what they feel very comfortable around you with. Because you're so good to people or given to people or talkative to people, maybe you do make this person feel very safe and open. I think Gemini had this. That makes sense. So you could make it more comfortable for this person to open up and, you know, Once they do, though. It's not like it's going to take forever. It's like once they do, they'll open up. But they got to get out of their freaking head. What should you do? I see the Six of Swords. This is going to pass quickly. Like, this situation might seem really difficult and you might not see no end to it yet, but this is going to pass. And it is saying, this week, just let things kind of, flow at an easier pace. You got the sixes coming in for you too. And I do see somebody who really is feeling this connection. So I didn't get any specific signs. I got a lot of air though, but you have all air, fire, earth, everything. And I had Scorpio. So let's see Aries through Pisces. This can be different. This can be separate from this, or it could actually resonate too. So the person on your mind, Aries, right? Well, some guilt's weighing on them, and they may know what they did was unfair, or, I always think somebody like making promises they can't keep, but you do see owning up to it possibly this week, an apology, or, and they know what to do. Let's put it that way. Your Aries knows what to do. Taurus, Queen of Cups. All right, so you are seeing very open to you. A Taurus is very more comfortable with you than maybe you realize, maybe than other people as well too. So there's something about a Taurus that this connection is deep, runs deep. Gemini, Ten of Swords. There may be an ending happening here with a Gemini. And it's one that we've given a lot of chances. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere, right? Or they could be ending something, another relationship in their life. But I do see, an ending here for some of you. That's been a long time coming. Cancer, Seven of Swords. So truth being exposed this week, confession and finally facing the truth about it. Leo, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so putting an end to a cycle that you guys keep going through, that's happening. This can be improvement, finally getting over something that just keeps, putting a wrench in everything, right? So we're seeing positive movement with you and a Leo. Virgo, we see lots of fun. We see, they could come back pretty quickly, very passionately attracted to you, but it is sexual energy, very lustful. And 1, 2, 3, Libra. All right, maybe making plans with a Libra this week. You both kind of want to catch up, travel to each other, travel to see each other. Scorpio, things look kind of rough with you and a Scorpio. They may be dealing with stuff they just want to deal with on their own, or they just see it as too many problems, and not sure what to do with it yet. All right, not sure if we can fix it. Sagittarius is all about seeing you, right? You may finally get them putting in some serious effort to get your attention. Capricorn, not much is changing with a Capricorn, so wherever it's at is where it's at for now. Aquarius, I see the High Priestess. So Aquarius, right? You know that you know more than they're saying. You feel some sort of spiritual connection. There's something there. Maybe that's what draws you to each other. You're both kind of mysterious to one another. You and another Aquarius. I do see you kind of keeping silent, though. Pisces, you've got their heart, all right? It looks like maybe an offer. They're realizing their feelings. They have feelings. Their feelings are real. All right, my Aquarians, I love you. All right, let's see Pisces. Sorry, I gotta fix this so I can type it in. Pisces, 1 or 2. 2. 210. All right. Yes, we did make it. All right, let me get a good shuffle for Pisces. Pisces. All right, Pisces. Who's coming towards you? Any movement this week? And then Aries through Pisces for the person on your mind. You have the Sun card. You have Leo energy. And curiosity is what I'm seeing. And very playful sexual energy that's running the week for you. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe you got somebody that's in your community, somebody you work with, somebody you hang out with, somebody you have lots of in common, friend, coworker. You know, for some of you, it looks like there could be, you know, some love going on here. You got somebody's attention. But the Sun card also is bringing in that clarity about a relationship this week. So we're just looking at the energy of the week, not the specifics yet. And we're seeing growth. We're seeing love and growth and, you know, getting or really feeling inside yourself the truth about the relationship. You know, it's one of these moments where you feel it all the way to your core and your heart and your cells. And you just know, you just got, you know, you get this clarity and you're like, the fear and the worry just kind of disappears. Heart opening energy. Leo. So your person, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy as well. So somebody's very open and in their feelings about you. I see mother and son. So some of you could have, you know, be a mother or son. This is for you, or, you know, this is somebody that could see themselves together in a serious loving relationship that involves children. Very protective. This person's a very protective person of their self, their feelings, and the people they love. They feel you even if you're at a distance. A water sign like this, their experiences, the way they feel, they can hold on to those feelings for a long time. And so not forget what you made them feel like. So it's not an out of sight, out of mind type of energy. You're clearly on their mind, Pisces. What draws them to you? The 2 of Cups. You know, the way you make them feel, Michael Jackson's song, the way you make me feel. You're very open and easy to talk to about, you know, anything. You're very vulnerable and soft, gentle. Soft as in, you know, gentle. And empathic and caring. I love this. So basically, Pisces, all you got to do is just keep being your authentic you. That's the Sun card. Right? Don't change any of that. So somebody really just can be very open with you. So naturally feelings are going to grow without you even having to try. It just comes out in the way you guys talk to one another. This person may be more honest and open with you than anybody else. Even if it's tough for you, imagine what it's like for everybody else. Any blocks or challenges, if any? The Ace of Swords, maybe just expressing that to you. It's difficult for them to express, you know, exactly how they're feeling. The Queen of Cups, sometimes they need time to process before they explain. Some of us need to talk to process. Others, I see a reel recently with that, and it just sticks with me. Some people need to talk it out right away to process everything, and other people need to pull away and process before they talk about everything. So that can be the major block right here. I want to make sure I say the right thing. Let's see your energy, the Six of Cups. Look at you, exactly the way I was explaining you here. This is what somebody loves about you. You know, you have somebody really on your mind. You really, you know, maybe you're a couple steps ahead. They're at Two of Cups, you're at the Six of Cups. You know, maybe you're wanting it right now and they're easing up to it. But I see some love in here, and I'm seeing a breakthrough and some fresh energy with you and another person. I see very strong water energy and Leo. And I'm not even going to go as far as to say is this could be somebody new trying to open up to you, trying to tell you how they feel. You may have somebody new around you. Any movement this week? And I'm seeing the Chariot. Things could go faster than you think, especially if somebody's really focused on you. You know, you got Cancer energy here. So improvements, and for some of you, you know, somebody's not giving up. Somebody is very set out to say something to you, to connect with you. What should you do? Ace of Pentacles. All right, so this is taking the opportunity, seizing the opportunity when it comes towards you. You have two aces. I'm going to wrap this up with, this could be somebody new coming into your life as well too. But this is that, you know, making sure that you're getting that solid commitment too, and that you can trust this. But this is an open opportunity coming your way. Oh, why am I pulling them up yet? All right, Aries through Pisces, though. Let's see what's going on, because we have the sun. And we have Aries through Pisces. So this may not resonate with what I just said, but it could. All right. So this is somebody bringing truth and clarity, honesty, and opening up their heart. So it can be a lot of things, but it's showing how much we've grown. And we have Aries, the Hermit card. So Hermit, you know, your Aries may be coming out of silence, maybe telling you why they went quiet. And so bringing some sort of clarity to you this week as well. Taurus, definitely. Oh, Taurus got the Tower too. So Taurus and Pisces, something about Taurus and Pisces. Both of you guys got the Tower card. So some truth is going to come out, you know, shockingly. And it could be something that is huge. Wake up, revelation, you know, time to grow, time to move. Or it can be like, holy shit, you know. Gemini, right? Things looking good with you in a Gemini. You know, they're showing up as being available, being interested, being invested, but also liking their solitude as well, liking their quiet time. Cancers, Eight of Pentacles, you got the same thing. They could be not avoiding you, just very focused on certain aspects that require their attention right now. But I see loyalty towards you as well. Leo, Page of Wands. So Leo coming in for some fun and some flirting this week. Getting things started with you. Virgo, Queen of Swords, talking about where things can go, wanting to clear something up with you or their intentions with you. Libra, Libra's got their eye on you. You guys both very attracted to one another. At this stage, you know, you guys are calling each other in. Anything's possible. Scorpio, 6 of Wands. All right, maybe this week you guys are changing the status here of your relationship. You and Scorpio could be leveling up here. You both like each other's attention. You both, you both want it. Sagittarius getting ready to reach out too. This is early stages. It's like I'm on the fence, but I'm just finishing and I'm ready to move, right? And Capricorn, the Strength card. You and Capricorn muscling through all your challenges, and you're just getting through another one. It's just not easy for them to be vulnerable. Aquarius, you got Ace of Cups. You've got some love here. Aquarius, you got 3 aces now. Aquarius here really feels you. Is starting to feel the feelings real. And Pisces, the Ten of Swords. So some of you, the sun rules the Ten of Swords. Some of you Pisces here, there's a beautiful change coming in for you. The most difficult period, the ending of something is ending, but you've got this like new romance, new love, reconciliation, and truth coming in, right? So you could have ended something with the Pisces or be ending something with the Pisces right now. All right. I love you guys. And I didn't promote the questions because I was like, if there isn't any, I'm okay with not doing any. I don't think there is today, which is wild. No, there is 2. Okay. So I'll do these 2. And that's it. But I was good. All right. So let's see. I really liked today's readings. I hope you guys did too. You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to do R, and I'm going to, if 1 or 2 people pop in real quick, I will take you, but I'm going to go. All right. Should I pursue a connection with Brett? He said he's hesitant about being in a relationship because he likes his independence too much. Otherwise, he's been very nice. What's the outcome for me? All right, let's see. Let me see. Lee. I've got 2 from PayPal. Let me check the actual. Are you RR? Because I only have 2 on PayPal. I don't see Leah. I don't know if it came through. If you want to check yourself and try again, you definitely can. All right, so Brett. All right, should I pursue a connection with Brett? So immediately I'm like, he said he's hesitant about being in a relationship because he likes his independence too much. I wouldn't pursue. I wouldn't close the door on it either. All right. But if you don't close the door on it, you can't pursue. You can't go above and beyond or give too much because if you're not getting anything in return. So that's the challenge, though. I see the King of Cups. So that shows me potential deepening of the connection. You know, we're seeing he is protective of his feelings. You look at the King of Swords. He is definitely protective of his feelings. He's being honest with you about being in a relationship. A King of Swords and a King of Cups is very independent. And that's the truth. There are a lot of men that will say that, especially if they've dealt with a lot of responsibilities in the past. They don't want to do it again. There's no reason to. But of course, guys can't help but, you know, fall in love with women because we're so irresistible. You can always sway them, give them the apple. I'm just playing. But so anyways, I would say here exactly what I already just said. I'm already still getting, you don't have to close the door, but you definitely have to take them seriously. If they're saying they're hesitant about being in a relationship, you've got to learn to trust exactly what people are saying to you in the moment, even if your feelings tell you something other than that, because they are telling themselves that story and they believe it. And they're going to act upon what they're saying, even if it's not 100% what they're feeling. You have to assume they're being honest. So at that point, anything you decide to do, it's on you. There can't be, they led me on. There can't be, you know, I felt it. It was my feeling. Like, none of that can work. Because if somebody states, that says something, that was said, and that is what their truth was. What draws them to you? The Three of Cups, they really do like being around you. You know, they have fun. They like talking to you. They like your energy. But it's very casual energy, and they are keeping it casual. You know, so you got to put the lid on the cookie jar until they're ready to commit. Otherwise, if they get what they want, they don't have to. What's their block, if any? And I see the Four of Wands. It's straight up. It's a commitment. That's their block. Moving in, wanting anybody to move in, going back to the domestication part of relationships. They're just not ready for that huge commitment. That's all. What should you do? Let's see you, the devil. You're obsessing about it, according to the card. You're letting it trigger your worth, your fears. This is the big no-no. Just because somebody's not ready for commitment does not mean that you're not worthy, and it does not validate, or it's not the verdict about who you are. And something's wrong, or because then what happens is sometimes people are slow to commit. The person pursues more because the fears are running the show. Now you feel like if they don't choose me, that means there's something wrong with me. And that takes over on some level. Even if if you're not hearing it said that way in your own mind, it kind of is the root of it's the lie underneath that says something's wrong with me if they don't choose me. Why wouldn't they want to commit with me? It's happened to me. You know, but this is where your fears are taking over, and you may be putting too much energy on changing where it's at right now. This might be where it's meant to be at right now, and you've got to have strong boundaries. What should you do? Page of Cups, and let's see the possible outcome. This is softening up and being more playful, and just, you know, flirting with the idea, flirting. If they're going to take back the series, if they're not going to commit, you have got to stop planning your relationship around a possibility of a future. You have to look at where it's at right now and work with it the way it is right now. And right now, it looks like the more playful, charming you, authentic, easing back a little bit, is going to either make this relationship into something more. You may be vulnerable. The way you are may be something they're not used to. Maybe they really like it. You have a King of Swords here. But that might need to grow on them a little bit more. But if we jump the gun too quickly because of the devil, it can come across as emotion, overwhelming or premature. Your advice and the outcome of the Magician. It's just about where you choose to focus your attention and how you really want to work with this connection. I don't think you ever have to close the door on any possibility. You just don't get stuck on it and so focused on it that you can't see the clear picture. You can always win, you can't win every battle, but you can win the war, right? So you choose to focus on the areas that are the strongest and play the game that way. But at the same time, keeping strong boundaries, not to manipulate the situation ahead of time, not to manipulate the situation in a negative way. I'm sending you love. I hope that helped. See, Jay Hammett just said it, and I've heard it so many times, and it's women too, though. All right. Women too. We feel the same way. It works both ways. It's going on both sides. I was taken by two people that I thought were awesome, and they were both criminals on some level. Leah, I got you pinned just in case, so I'll check. We'll figure it out. We shall figure it out together. I think Mercury retrograde in Cancer, I have literally hit nuts. A big sack of nuts. All right, Jen or Tilly. These nuts. They had Halloween stuff out and Christmas stuff out at Hobby Lobby. I mean, it is July. I bought fall socks yesterday, or the day before yesterday. And I bought a thing for my setup. I could not believe it. I bought a pumpkin to grow. All right. I ended things with him. Ran into him the next day, but we didn't say a word to each other. What's been going on inside his head since I said I'm done? All right, let's see. Exactly. That's why I bought the socks. They were Snoopy socks. I was like, if I don't get it now, it's going to be gone. But I think they're ruining the holidays by doing that. They're not as special, I have a Halloween mat in my front door. I did buy that at Michael's. All right. So what is going on inside his head? Maybe because everybody buys everything online, they want people. All right, Page of Wands. So the tension is still there, and the desire is still there between the two of you. I don't know what kind of game you guys are playing, but I can see they're tired of it. That's coming through the last couple days in my readings, you know, the fatigue, the tiredness of playing games back and forth. And the Seven of Swords, there it is. You know, it's like they don't believe you that it's over, maybe, but don't let that land heavy, right? It's I think people are just tired overall at times. And then there's just some people that seem like they live on top of the world. It's like, come on, how do I get there? But yeah, the friction's still there. You still see the connection still there, but I can see that you guys have hit a wall. And if the back and forth or the whatever has been going on between the two of you, it's just, maybe this is a good break. Maybe they think it's a good break, but needs to come to a stop. Look at the Five of Cups, right? So the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they're burnt out. And the Eight of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here, and I'll pull out your card in a second, is that no, it doesn't make them happy or her happy about what's going on. But the challenge is the Ace of Wands. It's like, it's killing the spark. It's killing the fire. They want to see something start between you guys. They want, you know, they are into you. They're attracted to you. But something just keeps ending up back in this disappointment, back in this, you know, place that is killing the joy that is there, that you guys really have for each other. So something's got to happen. Now, seeing the Eight of Pentacles, it looks like what they're doing is acting like they're not thinking about anything, but they are. Look at how it's sitting with them. All right. But they may be trying to ignore the situation or let it die out. And so they're just kind of staying in their own lane right now, focusing on work. Yeah, you're fine, nature girl. Let's see you. I have the Queen of Wands, all right? So you're coming out as the Queen of Wands, and I have the Page of Wands here. So I'm just seeing here that maybe the Queen of Wands can be, you know, sometimes sometimes in charge, sometimes demanded, sometimes ready to go. You know, you got energy, you're good, you're confident, whatever. But I am seeing here that the Page of Wands is just saying, let's bring it down a couple notches and work on lighting that fire back up that brings you guys together. Because something else could kill it, is wearing it out. And I feel like that's what's going on in their head. It's like, I want to start something. I want to say something. I want to communicate. I'm still attracted to you. I want this, but I don't want the bullshit that we keep going through, is what I'm getting. And yes, Kaiser and Taja, you guys can go through. I just put it up early because I only had 2 and I was gonna shut it down. But I still have good time in here. All right. So again, thank you for the gems, guys. That's pretty awesome. And I have Makisha, and you did do clarification. What's coming towards you in love? I see an awesome Maine Coon or a puppy. It's going to bring you so much love. And Leah, I did get yours. All right. Let's see. So what's coming towards you in love? Or who's coming towards you in love? Let's see. Me too. Yes, thank you everybody for being here and supporting this channel. All right, I'm gonna do the same spread I did during the live. Who's coming towards you? Somebody that disappointed you? Maybe. That's not good. No bueno. Oh, 9 of Swords. Who's keeping you up at night? Look at that. Who's keeping you up at night? Somebody's taking up free rent space, or you're taking up free rent space in their head too. You know, a lot going on behind the scenes here. And the 7 of Cups. It's definitely somebody you got on your mind. But you do have other options here too, so keep that in mind too. You've got, we always go back to the last one, or the one that we just, you know, didn't work out, and because we're not seeing another option come in just yet. So then we immediately go back to somebody that is stressing us out. Let's see. I see the 5 of Cups. What draws this person to you? The 10 of Cups. Maybe they saw you guys together. I do see somebody here that's not happy with the way something turned out. This could even be a reflection of you as well too. Like maybe you're feeling the same way. But what draws somebody closer to you is, you know, the feeling they get when they're around you, or the kind of person, the quality of life you have, the quality of life that you resemble, the way you make somebody feel, somebody close to you, close to home. What's their block or challenge? The 8 of Cups. They feel a pull to be distant right now. They're trying to walk away, but the feelings are still there for you. But it feels like right now, maybe I need a little bit of time before we come back and revisit the 10 of Cups. But it does look like a full circle. It looks like somebody coming back around. A lot of water energy, maybe Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But, and even with the Moon card, it's somebody that you both think about each other enough that you could possibly be dreaming about each other, because there's something unresolved, or something was hidden, something was kept secret and not fully confronted. Let's see you, the Wheel of Fortune. This could be somebody that you're wanting to come back around. You wanted to see it go in a different direction. You're maybe even hoping it comes back around. Any movement this week? I see the Justice card. So I'm going to set it out there for you. All right. Now I'm going to do this in 2 ways, you know, because if I set your hopes up for the week and it doesn't happen, you may not trust tarot. And I hate when people do that. Not that you will, but people do that. It's like, you got to look at it. Time is an illusion, right? This is kind of telling you a story about something that could be happening, something that you're manifesting in, and that, you know, time has changed. Something's changing in the situation. The Wheel of Fortune, right? And somebody's feeling a pull towards you because there's still some energy that is unresolved, right? We want things to be practical and we want to time in, but the Justice card says in due time, you know, And this is very karmic, the justice and the wheel. So it does feel like something that needs resolution. So there's still something up in the air with somebody, maybe a Libra, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, but you're seeing something come around full circle so that we can resolve something. You both are feeling a certain way. Any advice for you? And I'm seeing the Hierophant. All right. So this is really giving it to God, really trusting in the process of what's happening behind the scenes. And it's also a learning period for you, a spiritual lesson for you too, around what you value. And maybe during this time that you've been separated with somebody, you've been becoming stronger in your values so that when you see each other again, you guys will be on a different playing field, you know, different level. You know, you'll see things differently. Such a spiritual reading, spiritual energy here. Anything else about this person that may bring clarification to you? Let's see. Sometimes every time I do this one, it's like I get duh. Like, no, I can't read it, you know? Let's see. Anything specific about this person that you may know who it is? And I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see Queen of Pentacles. It could be somebody that got in a relationship with somebody else, or is just a very slow, steady, grounded, earthy person that doesn't jump quickly to make decisions. And somebody maybe that you really, really did see a serious long-term relationship with. Somebody who likes money, somebody who has a good job, maybe somebody who's very responsible, somebody likes to spend money on good things, but they can be very frugal on other things, right? So nice watch, nice shoes, but don't give a shit about the hair, you know, something like that. You know, messy hair. I love that look, right? Ripped jeans. That's what I got for you. All right, how'd I do? Is that a good? Is that a thumbs up? All right. Leanne. Oh, I forgot to put the timestamps in the description. Sorry, guys. Thanks for reminding me. I jumped right in and I didn't. All right. I'm putting it in now. All right, now it's in the description. All right. All right, Leanne. Aw. All right. Let's see. Maybe he's tired. He's very introverted and is sleeping constantly lately. But that's something so there's a value there. And, you know, you're dealing, sometimes the people, though, who are introverted and more quiet and sleeping, maybe they're comfortable with you. They're, you know, they're somebody that you can rely on. But I don't know the whole story behind all of it, though, too. You know, if they're lazy or just not productive, that's a different story. But that's why I think it's funny when we all want to get in relationships, and then we get in relationships and they get boring. I mean, if you guys are only getting together once in a while and they're sleeping the entire time, that to me is like, I wouldn't be, I'd get bored. But I fight that in relationships, because relationships can't always be intense and exciting. And I'm like a, you know, I have ADHD, like most of us now, and it's restless energy. I'll get bored, but I got to learn to work with it, because you can sabotage relationships that are very healthy. Yeah. Oh, you have an Aries Venus. Yeah, so you want fireworks all the time. You want to feel like you're falling in love every single time you see them. See, you battle the same thing I'm talking about. You're battling the same thing but I guess you leaning back, you got to think of, is it something you can build upon and work upon? But if it's something you really can't, and it brings no value to your life. But if it's something where we can go get friends and have fun and then just be with somebody who's like that, and it could work. I see the Ace of Wands here. So I'm still seeing there's still some fire there. Look at the Hermit, introvert. There's still some fire there. I'm just thinking you're dealing with somebody who is maybe getting comfortable. You're getting comfortable 9 months in, and this is what it's all about. Where's all the excitement? All right. So you might want to, and I'm saying this with the biggest loving heart, because this is me. You may want to, you know, make a list of your values and their values and see if they're in alignment. And if you have more values in alignment than just boredom, then you may want to consider the relationship is kind of healthy. But if you have a lot of things that are just not in alignment, and then that tops the cake, then you might consider, maybe this person's too dull for me. They might not be for somebody else, though. So this is showing me here that there's still some light left in this. There's still some potential, a lot of potential. It's just, maybe there's something more going on behind the scenes, you know. I see the Empress card, the way they see you. So they're very attracted to you, and they feel good to be around you. So that could be why you're seeing the real them. So the fog is letting loose. The glasses are coming off. You're seeing people for who, you know, what we really are. You know, we lure you in with the fun, and then you come in and everybody still has to go poop. You know? So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm just seeing that they really are comfortable around you. They're really attracted to you, and things are naturally growing between the two of you. If this is what it feels like, you know, what draws them to you? You challenge them. You challenge them. So that actually draws them to you. So your Aries, Venus, this Scorpio, I mean, if there's something here and you guys have a little bit of conflict, or you challenge them, your person's gonna, you know, they're gonna step up. They could be dealing with some inner conflict. But also I see you could be just dealing with frustration because you want somebody to entertain you. And like I'm not trying to compare you to me or project, but you know, I've gotten stuck in that throughout my life. Everybody's supposed to entertain me. So like I said, it's looking good. It just looks like that could be the issue. And let's see the issue, the King of Cups. It looks like maybe they are shut down a little bit, and it just feels like they're not themselves right now. But they are showing up as the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is showing me somebody who's mature, somebody who has deeper feelings. But if they're struggling right now, or tired or exhausted, the calmness feels very uneasy to me, Leanne. I don't know what to do with nothing to do. I think the world is leaving me behind. when it's quiet, subtle, you know, boring, you know, calm, peaceful, because I've lived such a chaotic life that I feel like everybody it'll come over me immediately. I'll feel like the whole world's got something to do. I'm on an island by myself and everybody just took off to another planet. Left me behind. Everybody's having so much fun. That's the thing, is you're coming off a turbulent marriage. But this seems, he might be too chill for you and hard to read. And, you know, that could be causing a lot of tension for you guys. But I see a Taurus, Libra energy and a Scorpio energy here. And I just feel like maybe you both are wrestling with some internal, maybe both just learning how to adjust or adapt. You just need to make some adjustments. You guys will be fine. And I'm seeing your energy, the sun. Maybe you need to invite more play dates outside. So when you guys get together, maybe it should be kayaking. Maybe it should be, we need to go out for a walk, or, you know, I want to go somewhere. So sometimes you just have to be the one that is more playful and brings the playtime in other ways. Being creative with how you can express your needs and truth. Yes. So you have to physically, you know, I was always the one that kind of had to do that. But everybody accommodated to me. I just, you know, I was like, we got to go places. We got to do things. And you compromise, you know, you're like, on this Saturday, we're going to go here. Maybe next Saturday we'll stay home. And exactly, I feel the same way. But that's how you have to figure out your values, what you guys value. If you're consistent enough and you start to see change right away and you see it happening, you know that you can lead them and they will participate more. But if they don't participate and make it dreadful for you, then you're going to know that it's just a value thing. And maybe you guys aren't compatible. Not everybody you date or get in a relationship with has to stay the long run. Exactly. But the uncomfortable truth is sometimes you're going to have to be the one to initiate and get used to it. And then if they do or don't, you make the choice then of whether or not your person is a fit for you. But I'm not seeing any cards that say right now the reasoning behind your decision would have to be just because you really just don't feel compatible and you really want something else. Or if there is something there, these cards are still saying explore it and explore other ways around the challenge. It's conflict that's helping you guys grow, both of you. So that's what I got for you. And any advice is the Star card, which is, you know, this to me is focusing on plans for the future and things changing, and that you're in an adjustment learning period. So you guys are still kind of in a good place where things can grow. So it's not really, I mean, I'm giving you advice and I hope that you're okay with that, but the cards are all saying it too. They're all showing potential for growth and healthy relationship, with the Empress card being the first card. These could be signs of a real healthy relationship. But again, I'm not a marriage counselor, and I don't know all the specifics, but you got some really good cards here. All right, thank you, D-Love. Hi. All right, I have Nature, Kaiser, and all right, that's it. What's Kay's feelings for me after this weekend? Let's see. What's Kay's feelings for me after this weekend? Yeah, that's the most important. If it doesn't grow, though, like I said, I would still right now do I know the value thing is such an old school, like psychology 101, whatever. But every time I bring it back into my life and I look at it, it really, your values change constantly. And especially after a marriage and a divorce. What is Kay's feelings after this weekend? What is Kay's feelings after this weekend? Ooh, Ace of Cups. You cracked open the heart space. I don't know, something, it looks like something's changing. You know, something cracked open, something's expanding. So something good came of this. So this can be a seed planted, it's like something good came of it. You have to kind of let things come together with the Three of Wands, because it's showing, you can't always see where it's going or where it's headed, but it feels different. It feels good. It feels like something's coming in. So, and I see the Nine of Pentacles, your person, and the Nine of Cups, the devil. What I'm seeing is weight. Put in a lot of weight. Your desire for them is heavy, but yet the Nine of Pentacles, they're real grounded. They're showing up in a real earthy energy. It feels like you're getting what you want, right? It feels like you're getting what you want, but fear still takes over, because when, you got a very independent person, and if they do live at a distance, that can make you nervous, But you have the nines showing here that something's coming together. And you are saying he flew in, and that does show that it did make a change. It made something real. It may have made the situation feel more grounded and real. But now it's triggering more fear for you, more worries. Because if you're falling more in love here, the Nine of Cups, like your heart is going to be like worrying more. The more we get attached to somebody, the harder it is. And that's what's happening. But so good news. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. I can't do it with my lips today. Muy bueno. All right. What's Erica's true current thoughts, feelings for me, and what are her true intentions? Let's see. All right. Good, spot on. Yay. You're welcome. Erica's true thoughts, feelings, and intentions. All right. Now I got the Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, which can tell me you've established some kind of connection together. But you have the Two of Swords here, which is, I don't know if I should let go, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should move. I don't know if I should open up. I don't know if I want this. I don't know what to do, but it's naturally building on its own. But there's some fear here around making something solid and stable, and being very protective of where they set their roots. And so if you do feel like pulling away or someone, it's just because she doesn't know what she wants. Sorry, my throat. You know, you got something happening here, but somebody here that doesn't want to open up just yet too freely. You know, it's like, I want to hold on to you, but I don't want to make a decision just yet type of energy, because I don't want to make the wrong decision. Because it would hurt to not have you, and yet there's a commitment issue here as well. Maybe they feel like they need to be 100% safe and secure before they make any kind of decision. And something keeps them sort of protective of themselves or fearful. So thoughts is the 6 of Wands, feelings is the 4 of Wands, and intentions is the Empress. So really good cards. But you can see she's sitting with a lot. Her thoughts, very appreciative of you and very attracted, and just maybe loves how you show up. You know, you seem to stand out. You're very confident. Great catch. I mean, and very comfortable too, you know, to maybe you're really well off, or you do well, or you get a lot of attention, or you're very, you know, productive and successful, right? And feelings, you know, like I said, the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands gives me an energy like you've already got some footage here, because they feel close to you in a lot of ways. You either remind them of people or somebody, or feeling of home, or you've shared times together, or a connection or a commitment, and you have roots together. So maybe that's what's coming through. Maybe she can't let go of the roots that you have together, but yet still doesn't know what she wants to do. Now, intentions is showing me the Empress card, which is something naturally draws her to continue being around you or in your presence. So something is growing naturally without either of you even having to do anything. It's just, in these kind of energies, you don't know what you're going to get, and you just got to let it happen. There's always more things going on than we know. It's just not happening the way we want it to, or we don't have control of it. But I'm seeing warmth, growth, possible home and partnership, and intentions, and just allowing things to grow naturally. She cares a lot with the Empress card there. And I'm seeing the 10 of Cups with that. So everything I just said, it feels like there's a lot of room still to grow. What's the biggest challenge or block? The 7 of Cups. It's just everything I just said. It's like maybe she feels like, and I know this can be, don't let it land too heavy. Please don't let anything I ever say land too heavy. What if FOMO? What if we can't do this together? What if I don't get my needs met? What if we can't build? What if, what if somebody else is out there? What if my life could be like this? What if, that can be the 7 of Cups, trying to figure out every possibility, but that's getting stuck in fear. But if your heart's in it and you already know your answer, we can do dances around that. But before you know it, somehow we naturally end up growing together or ending up in a relationship anyways. We really never had to do anything. So she's very fearful of making a definite choice right now, but feeling a strong pull to build. And I feel like with you, it seems like you're coming through as like a catch. Somebody that could really provide a successful long-term life, comfortable life. Whether it's you're the one doing all the nurturing, the caretaking, whatever, or you're the one, or you just already have a very stable living life situation, or you're working towards it. But if you're not, that could be what the question is. Maybe somebody is questioning whether or not, that could be what she's questioning, whether or not she could have that stability. So that's what I got for you. Any advice? The Temperance card. Same thing I just said. Letting things just kind of unfold naturally and not forcing it, because it's coming together naturally. If it's not gonna, you guys are not gonna lose each other if you guys really feel a pull towards each other. Inspired action will make both of you guys kind of do things that will change the situation. So let it happen naturally. All right, sending you love. All right. All right, Taja, you've had a lot of time here. You're my last one, so you got to get it in or I got to go because I'm going to be sitting here. Yeah, maybe you guys can wait for membership tomorrow. I'll answer the question. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mr. Kaiser. All right, Taja, I don't see it even in the email. All right, here it comes. All right, we're going on 5 minutes here. All right, but next time, Taja, please, you had the whole live stream to do this. I don't like being mama. All right, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm getting so patient. Send the email. It's been 7 minutes. I'm waiting 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna send it back to you because I'm just sitting here for 10 minutes. One more. I don't know. Is she going to be a block for you? Is she going to be, they were good friends. Can I see them like? All right. Is it a bad? So that's a yes or no. Let's see. Is she going to be a block for us? But you're already blocked. All right. So the King of Swords here, overall energy. And let's see. Three of Wands. I don't think she's going to get in the way. She's not going to be a block. Will she reach him? The high, she'll try to. She's spying on him. She's trying to get information. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be a block, all right? I would let that go. Will she reach him? She's trying to, but it doesn't look like she'll reach him. The High Priestess is somebody lurking and somebody who's not connecting. So I don't see her being a problem for you. Should you talk to her? I would think about it. The Seven of Cups. What's it going to do if you talk to her? This has got too much to it, though. I'm not going to be able to dive so much into all the questions that this can lead to. There's no way I can do that. You have too many variables, and you're worried about something that hasn't happened yet. I'm thinking you might want to question first why you would want to. You know, I see the Ten of Pentacles here for you. And the Magician. Yeah, save the why for tomorrow. This is a lot to take in. You'll have to ask, like, why, what is it that you are most worried about? Because right now it doesn't look like it's going anywhere with her. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere with her. It looks like she's just hanging around, or, you know. She has more tools to find him than I do. No, she does. And she's going online just like you do. She doesn't have more tools. You know, I'll answer that one more. And then, like I said, this is opening up too many. You're opening up a whole new can of worms here. And it's too late in the game for me to function. Yeah. No, she doesn't. She may be trying to trigger you. She's being deceptive. The High Priestess is deceptive, you know. All right. I'm asking the question, will you guys hook up first, him and I? And I'm not seeing a very clear answer. It's showing a challenge, you know. It's complicated. And the World card. So right now it's showing, it's not giving me a straight answer. But the Six of Swords is whatever this is, whatever she's doing, it sounds like she's trying to trigger you and she's being deceptive to you. And I think he's, you know, they might have been good friends, but she might be trying to trigger you. She's not doing anything that you and I can't do, even if it's her job. I don't know. Unless she's an escort or something and he's got an account. But I love you. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I got to go, though, because it's almost 3.5 hours now, though. I love you. You're looking for something else to worry about. It feels like. It seems like. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lisa, for hanging out. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Taja. You're welcome.